guys, Tammy here. I'm back again doing a surprise recipe. So if you're new, what we're doing is my daughter chose a recipe out of one of my recipe books. She went out and purchased all the ingredients, and they have them right back here in these bags. So then I'm going to open that all up and try and figure out something to make with these ingredients and hopefully get close to the original recipe, maybe. Who knows? But it's a fun challenge, and they also give me a few hints. Um, they have some up there: time of day, special tools. They also give me the measurements, but they don't give me what measurement goes with what ingredient. So hopefully you guys will like this video, and I'm going to pull this stuff out and see what we have. Uh-oh. It looks like there's 3 recipes here. That's not very nice of them. So let's see. This is recipe C, it says. We have almond flour, mozzarella, baking powder, Italian seasoning, garlic, and eggs. And then for recipe A, let's see. We have pine nuts, olive oil, basil, 2 basils, maybe, oh, because one was already open, I think. Oh, 3 basils, a lot of basil, I think, and garlic. So I think I know what that is already. Looks like a pesto to me, and Parmesan cheese. And we have another recipe. Looks like we have zucchini, pasta sauce, Parmesan cheese, and water. So looking at these looking at these ingredients, I need to figure out what recipe I'm going to do. Well, I definitely know this one is pesto sauce. Let's see, this one, eggs. One whole egg. Well, with these ingredients, it sounds to me like I'm making some kind of keto bread, maybe. Maybe like something to go with this pesto, perhaps. So let's see. So that's what I think I'm going to make with this. I'm going to make some sort of keto bread. So let me turn the oven on. So I got the oven going. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I think I'm going to go ahead and start doing the bread since it has to cook in the oven. But I'm trying to think, what do I want to do with this zucchini? Pasta sauce, 3 cups of water. I'm not real sure what I want to do with this. So let me look at some of the special, or not special, but some of the hints that they gave me. Oh, my phone isn't on. I'm turning that on so then I can see if there's any kind of chat on there. Okay, so we have Is there something you've made before? Is this I've made a bread similar to this, so that's why I'm thinking that's probably what this is. And I'm going to check out these hints because I'm not real sure on the zucchini. I mean, I have some ideas, but the water is throwing me. So I'm thinking we're going to maybe cook the zucchini noodles. Let's see, special tools. A spiralizer, a food processor, and an oven. So the spiralizer tells me I'm right about the zucchini noodles. Food processor, I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with that. Maybe the pesto. And the oven. Well, I turned on the oven for the bread. And the pesto, I can make it in my bullet instead of getting out the food processor, maybe. Maybe. Sometimes the bullet will chop up nuts pretty good, and then sometimes it doesn't. So, I don't know, maybe we'll just try it because that'd be kind of quicker. But let's get started on the bread so we can get that in the oven, and then we'll get going on the spiralizer. So I'm going to need a bowl because I'm going to need to melt. I'm going to melt this mozzarella cheese in the microwave for a few minutes. Oh, let's see, I can't get the bowl out. Sorry for the noise, guys. All right. Oh, let me get some measuring cups. So I think I'm gonna do, let's see what these measurements are. 1 3/4 cup, 3/4 cup, half a tablespoon, half a tablespoon, 1 teaspoon. Huh. Doesn't really give a measurement for that, but that's okay. So we'll make it up. I'm going to do a 1 3/4 cups of cheese. I love cheese. Not sure if that's the right way to go, but it sounds good to me. So let's see. What temp it says, what temp do you put the bread for? I'm going to do 375. And I need a 1/4 cup here. And what I'm going to do here with the cheese is I'm going to stick it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to stir it up. Get a spoon. Get this out of the way. Yeah, this is a kind of a, not difficult, but a little time consuming. So that's, let me throw this away. So let's see, I'm going to do mozzarella, almond flour, baking powder, let's see what's going on with the cheese. Nothing, so I'm going to put it back in for another 30 seconds. You got to be careful with that because if you leave your cheese too long, it'll start burning. And then we got some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to do a teaspoon of baking powder. Get that ready. And it says half a tablespoon. Let's see, half a tablespoon of something. Let's stir this cheese. See, so it's starting to melt. See how it's getting here? So I'm going to put this in the microwave for another 30 seconds. So I'm going to do half a tablespoon of cheese. I don't know. No, I think that'll be enough baking powder. And then we're gonna have 1 egg. Let's grab that cheese. Yep, it's looking good. So it's pretty much melted. Probably could have done it 15 seconds. I'm going to let this cool just a little bit because you don't want to put an egg on hot or you're going to have scrambled eggs. So I'll probably start putting in I'm probably going to start putting in my almond flour. So I'm going to put about 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. Looks good already. Yes, I love cheese. So I'm hoping, I've got 13 followers so far, and I'm trying to get up to about 50. So I'm hoping that you guys will like what I'm doing here. Let your friends know. Maybe I could get some people watching. Okay, so that's really drying it up in there. I'm gonna put the baking powder, and then I'm going to put the egg. Get that stirred up here. So it's not coming together real well, but it'll work. All I got to do is just kind of get it kind of mushed in there, and then I'm going to get some parchment paper, put this on a cookie sheet and mush it down. So let me grab that real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Got my parchment paper. I need a cookie sheet. Sorry if this makes noise. I got a bunch of them in there. Let's see here. Got a bunch of stuff happening here. I got all this. So I'm going to put this down here. One ingredient I haven't used looks like garlic. I probably could have put the garlic inside, but I didn't. So we need to chop up a little garlic, and we'll put that here on top. This can be mushed out a little better with your hands. I'm not going to do that yet, since I'm going to chop a little bit of garlic. We grab something to chop on. And grab a knife. All right. Get this stuff out of the way. That's the problem with not knowing what's going on, is I don't have a working space because I got so much stuff happening at once. So I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic on here. Get this chopped up real quick. Get the skin off. Well, I'm just going to put a little bit of garlic. Somebody said skip the garlic and just put more cheese. Oops. Now I got to sweep the floor. Hope I got a little leprechaun over here picking up after me. But after we're all done with this live here on Twitch, we do download the video and put it on my YouTube channel, channel TL71. I have a few recipes over there if you guys want to check that out. I could use a few likes and subscribes over there because it's been a while since I've been on that platform, but I'm starting to add to it, and Twitch is new for me, but I kind of like it because it's live and I just kind of just do whatever and I don't have to really think about it. So I'm just pushing this down a little bit. Looks kind of weird, but it's going to taste good, promise. Put some garlic. I'm going to just spread the garlic around. I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to put the cheese on. All right, got my hands washed. Can you hand me that towel, please? All right, get my hands dried here. I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on top. I think it said half a tablespoon. I just sprinkle what it looks like to me. That looks good. And then I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning. All right. That looks good. And I'm just going to put this in the oven probably about 10 minutes. Maybe. All right. So we got that one out of the way. Let's see, what are we going to do next? Probably should get those noodles going. Get the noodles going. Spiralizer. Now if I remember how to make it. So I am going to cut these ends off. And then you just put this in here and you turn. And look at that. Now there's some new fancy ones that you can buy. But this works just as good. Get you a little workout. The only thing is when you get close to the bottom, it's hard to get it because I'm afraid I'm going to get my hand stuck in there. But so let's get that. So this is going to take a long time. Not the quickest recipe. I mean, it's quick generally. I mean, you know, you're going to put it in some water and cook it up. I was just informed by one of my viewers that I forgot that I had this little doohickey that will keep me from cutting my hands. It's been a while since I used this. Last time I made zucchini noodles, I bought them already made. I was a cheater. But homemade's always better. Fresher. I think I will do one more. I don't think for the video we need to stand here and do tons of noodles. Well, but then if I don't do tons of noodles, then what are we going to eat for dinner? I'm thinking, I don't know, this pile is getting pretty big. Oh, let me take that off. This is getting, to me, this is looking like a pretty big pile of noodles. Love zucchini. Yeah, just do 2, somebody says. So let's, oh my goodness, that's getting stuck on there. One more. Whoop. Okay. So like I said, it's a little workout, but it works well. Work those arms. So I need to get some water on. All right. Let me grab a pot. I'm going to get that going with some water. I'm not going to use that bottled water. I'm just going to... So what I'm going to do is put some water in here, probably about 3 or 4 cups of water. I'm going to get it going, and then I'm going to put some salt. I'm going to put some salt in the water. And then we'll put the zucchini in there and get it cooked up. So while we're waiting on this water to start to boil, we'll look at that pesto. Let me get rid of some of this mess. I have a couple ends here that I didn't, you know, like this. And you can use that, you can chop this up and just eat it like squash, so it's not wasted. Move this over to my sink, stuff I have to clean. Okay, so we have that. This was for the last recipe. Let's move that out of the way. Get rid of that. Okay, let's see. So this is for the pesto, so let's wait on that. So they're saying 3 cups of water, 4 medium zucchini, half a cup of recipe A, and a 1/4 cup of something, and 4 teaspoons. So I'm going to say a 1/4 cup of pasta sauce, 4 teaspoons of Parmesan cheese. Let me write this down. Parm. 1/4 cup of sauce, half a cup of the pesto, 3 cups water, and the zucchini, and salt and pepper. So let me grab another cutting board. Where are my cutting boards? Oh, they're stuck way back there. Oh. Set that up there. All right. So we got the zucchini. Let's see what we're going to do with this pesto. I'm not sure if my magic bullet will do it or not. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So we need lots of basil for pesto. So, trying to think what would be best. You know what I'm going to do? Forget the cutting board. I'm just going to put it in my blender. This does everything. I love this blender. I can even make soup in it. If you're blending it on high speed, it gets warm. So it's like you blend it and cook it in the same thing, which is kind of awesome. Alrighty. So let's get this basil in here. Some of this basil looks a little suspect. This one looks nice and fresh. I'm going to pull the basil off the stems. You can have a little bit of the stems, but I don't like to have too much because it's kind of tough to chew up in the blender. We got to get this basil happening. Get some basil from our recipe we done last week. So hopefully this is going to be really good. I was thinking that this this pesto would be good with the bread as a dip. Oh, that looks like a bad leaf. Let me get that out of there. So that might be tasty, but this recipe, according to the notes here, we're going to use some of this pesto on the noodles. And if you guys don't like pesto, just use the pasta sauce. So that's not quite enough basil, because some of these pieces don't look very good to me, so I'm not gonna put those in. So we'll have to cut down some of the other ingredients to go with the less basil. So let's see, I'm thinking half a cup of pine nuts. Oh, dropped it again. Oh, that's good. I like nuts. All right. I'm going to do a half a cup of pine nuts. Now this bag is 3/4, so there's not going to be much left. Oh, that was silly because I didn't have enough basil. Let me take some out. We don't need that many nuts. There we go. And then we're going to do, it's supposed to be a half a cup, but since we have less basil, we're going to do about a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. And then we're going to do 1/3 of a cup of oil. So let's cut that down. I'm going to do a 1/4 of oil as well. Might not. I'm going to pour in half and blend that up and see what it looks like. So let's, oh. Yeah, it's gonna need that oil. I'm gonna need something to push that down with. Let's see. Let me grab a spatula. Okay. Turn this off. Move this in. Yeah, since I don't have enough ingredients, this is not working real well. I think we are going to move to the bullet because this is not working out. I should have known when I didn't have enough ingredients, but who knows. So let's move it to the bullet and see what it'll do for us. I should have went with my first instinct and done the bullet, I think. Okay. Get all that in there. Set this over here. So let me get this out of the way. New appliance. Well, I mean, not new as in new that I haven't used it. New as in I'm switching out the blender for the bullet. Move that down to where the blades are. Let's see what looks like we're having the same issue. I'm going to add a little more oil. Almost there. yeah, that's looking better. How's the bread? I guess I didn't put a timer on that. Let me stop and check the bread real quick. My water's not boiling yet. My bread is looking pretty good. Let me grab I can't tell. I need to pull it out. Let me pull it out here. Oh yeah, that looks good. The bread is ready. So let's see if we can get this pesto Yep, looking good, looking good. There's a few pine nuts that still need done. My water's getting hot. It's not quite boiling, but I'm going to go ahead and put some salt in. This is my new spice grinder. This is, I have a salt and pepper. I got these from my friend Erin and Tracy in Texas. They are really awesome. It takes 4 AAA batteries, I think. So I got those at the store yesterday, so I've been playing with this. Just a little salt in there. And that's almost ready to boil. The pesto's looking good, nice and green. Probably need a little salt and pepper in this. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks pretty good. A few chunks of nuts still in there. And that's probably because I put too many nuts since we didn't have enough basil. So I'm going to put a little salt and pepper in that. Some pepper. And when they got me these, they also got these rainbow peppercorns, and they're very tasty. Put a little salt. I'm not how, somebody asked how long the zoodles will take. I'm not real sure how long they'll take. I'll probably do it just like pasta, maybe 10 minutes. But we'll toss them in there, and when they start, you know, feeling like they're cooked, we'll take them out. 5 or 10 minutes, I think. But I don't know. Let me put my spices back. Alright, got my pesto. So that's good to go. Like 2 minutes. Really? 2 minutes? Has it been that long since I made noodles? I hope you guys are enjoying this video. So there's the pesto. And my water is just about to boil. While we're waiting on that to boil, I'll pick up some of this mess. But if you guys are enjoying this video, if you would let your friends know, maybe I can get a few more followers on Twitch. And if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, like and subscribe. So I'm going to drop these noodles into the hot water, into the boiling water. Get this in here. Get that going. Get this cleaned up. Let me grab a rag. All right. Let me get something to stir those noodles with. I don't see my noodle thing. Huh. Oh, there's one. All right. So we got these noodles in here. The water's not boiling. As soon as it starts to boil, just a few minutes in there, and then we'll pull that out. So my next video, I've been trying to do something on Wednesdays, something maybe keto friendly on Wednesdays. And then on Saturday, I do this surprise recipe where I don't know what the recipe is. I just have the ingredients and I have to pretty much make it up. So those are the two that I do right now. Hopefully soon I'll have time to do a few more because I really enjoy getting on here and doing some cooking. It's fun. So let's look at these recipes and see if I'm missing anything. Got salt and pepper. Three what? Oh my goodness, I forgot the garlic. I should have put garlic in here. Okay. Whoop. Let me get this back. Little garlic. I can't believe I forgot the garlic. I love garlic. Let me grab a different knife here. Well, that's kind of not my favorite, but since my other one's in the sink, get that peeled. Most people know that already, but if you smash the garlic, it takes the skin off pretty easy. So what I always do is I cut the ends off, and then I just give it a quick pound. And get that skin off. Let's do one more. Can you do anything with the skin? Actually, you can do something with the skin. If you grind the skin up and you can make a powder, you have garlic powder. I don't know if people know that or not. You can do it with onion skins as well. You can just grind them up and you have a powder that you can use in your recipes. So now I got to blend this some more because I'm adding the garlic. Probably didn't need 3 since I didn't have all the basil that I was supposed to have, but everybody in my family loves garlic, so I think it'll be fine. Let me check on these noodles. Since the water's not quite boiling, they're not done. They don't take very long, according to one of my followers. All right. gonna give this a little taste. See where we're at with that. Oh, it's nice and green. Look at that. Tastes pretty good. Maybe a little more salt. Let's add a little more salt. All right. Mix that up one more time. All right, so now we got that. Try and clean up this mess again. Okay. So now, let me get a strainer for the noodles. Somewhere in here. That one's probably too small. All right. Got the strainer for the noodles. Let me taste one because they've been in this hot water, but they're not really boiling. Not enough salt in that water for sure. But, well, I guess I'm going to put a little bit. But these noodles are about ready, even though they're not boiling real well. I don't know about you, but I don't want to eat mush, so I'm going to drain these noodles. All right. So we got the noodles strained. I'm just going to let that sit there just for a second while we get this sauce going. So I'm just going to put, if I can get this open. Let's see, what did the recipe recommend? So we're going to do about a 1/4 cup of sauce. And we're going to do about a 1/2 cup of pesto, which this is almost 1/2 cup. Okay. Got a chunk of garlic in there, it looks like. Won't bother me none. So I'm just going to warm that up a little. I'm going to get these noodles in it. Just get that sauce on there. That might not have been what they wanted. They probably wanted you to serve the sauce on top of the noodles. But I like to make sure that everything has sauce. I like sauce. So that's ready. The bread is ready. So I guess we're ready to try. Let me get a knife to cut this bread with. see what that looks like. Looks pretty good, huh? That's good. Really good. This is one of my favorite keto breads because it's like a garlic bread. Normally, I chop up garlic and butter and brush that on top. But let me get a plate to pull this out so we can try the noodles. I should have made 2 of those. That bread is good. So there's the noodles. Does not look appetizing. And get some little bread here. Let me grab a fork. All right, let's see what this tastes like. That's pretty good. I really like it. And the green, leaving the green on the zucchini gives it good flavor. Might could use a little more salt. But it's good. Garlic bread. I like it. Oh, thank you. Looks fantastic, someone said. All right, well, now that I made my stuff, I made my recipe with what I thought it was, let's find out what it really was supposed to be and see if I got close at all. So this is the book they got the recipe out of. Dirty Lazy Keto, No Time to Cook cookbook. Well, I guess you had to have a little bit of time to make. Let's see, we have easy zoodle noodle spaghetti, water, zucchini, pesto, pasta sauce, and oh, I forgot the Parmesan cheese. That's just because I forgot it, but you just sprinkle some on top and we're good to go. So I think I made that one pretty right.
The other 2 were online. So.
What? The other what?
The other 2 were online.
Oh, so the other 2 recipes that my daughters got the stuff for were online and were not actually in a book. Did I do it right?
Yeah.
But I made the right thing. So, what does it say? I would think it would be delicious with rice. It would be delicious with rice. I think that would be very tasty. Even cauliflower rice would be delicious. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please follow me on Twitch. And if you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, channel TL71, give me a like and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This was really good.